Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Now today in this video I am going to discuss a very important topic with you, and this is related to your exams. That is, if you are a student, then very often you remain confused how to get yourself ready for your exams. So today I am going to give you some solutions following which you can proceed towards your exams properly and you can obtain maximum marks in your exams at the end of the academic year. So without any delay, let's get started. Now today I am sharing 11 tips with you, and if you follow all of them, I am sure you will get result and you will see change in yourself within few weeks from here. Now point number 1, and this is target. Yes, without any target we cannot reach anywhere. So being a student, you will also have a target and you must have a target in front of you. First of all, you have to decide which exams you are going to write, and in that, if you are a student of any class, then definitely the board exam or annual exams will be your targets. But in case of students of class 11 and 12, they may have some other exams in their mind also. They may appear in JEE, they may appear for NEET along with their board exams also. So you have to decide from the very beginning where you are focusing. And second number regarding target is regarding your marks. That is, how much marks you are targeting. If you target 100% marks in your final exams, then you may reach close to that or may reach to that also. But if you focus 80% and act accordingly, you will never get 100%. You will be around 80% only. And obviously there are some exceptions, but I am not going in that. Now second point is book selection. Yes, you have to select your book from the very beginning. If you are a student of any class, definitely you are going to follow the textbook which is prescribed by your school or by your teacher. There is no question of selection, but the question of selection comes in case of your reference book. So if you want to do better in your exams along with your textbook, you may consider one or two reference books also. But remember one thing, you must not consider too many reference books, because if you study one chapter from one book, another chapter from another book, and maybe third chapter from third book, then you will become puzzled. That is, which book is better for you, you will not be able to decide this one, and you will become sandwiched among many books. So avoid having too many reference books. One or two will be sufficient for you. Point number 3, and this one is know yourself. Yes, you have your target in your minds, you have purchased your books. Now the next very important thing is know yourself. That is, where you actually standing right now. Now if you are a student, you must realize your condition also. That is, are you moderately prepared, are you well prepared, or are you underprepared? You have to know this one. Now if you are at the beginning of your session, then you need not be worried about this one, because you have sufficient time to get yourself ready. But if you are in between your session, that is in just before your exams, maybe 2-3 months before your exams, then the question will become little difficult for you, because now if you are not well prepared, then you don't have even more time to get yourself ready also. So otherwise, if you plan from the very beginning, you don't have to worry about this one. Just try to know your standard, know your status, from where you are actually starting to reach somewhere. So if you know your place, then it will be easier for you to plan accordingly. Now next thing, the point number or tip number 4 for today, and it is plan and execute. You have targets, you have chosen your books and most probably purchased, you have your definite knowledge about your condition. Now plan accordingly, that is how to reach your goal. Now if you are at the very beginning of your session, then you will have sufficient time. Already I have mentioned this one. So from the very beginning, prepare a timetable for your own. Now your timetable may be different from that of your friends. It does not matter, because you are a person, so you may have a separate time for reading. You may prefer to read at night, someone may not. It does not matter when you are reading, it matters how and what you are reading. So according to your capability, you prepare your timetable. And if you prepare your timetable and don't follow, then it will not work. You have to prepare your timetable, keeping everything in it, and you have to follow this one strictly so that you get positive result. Now in this case, I would like to mention another thing also. If you are a student of class 11 and 12, please don't neglect your main subjects, and in a week read your main subjects at least 6 days and read your minor subjects at least 3 days, because remember, in your final exams all the subjects will contribute equally. So if you get good marks in all the subjects, then only overall percentage will be a fair one. So don't neglect, don't underestimate, don't avoid your minor subjects. Now come to point number 5, and this one most probably is the most important point for today, and this is read your books and make your notes. Yes, whatever books you have to read them thoroughly. When you are under your teacher of your school or maybe somewhere else, then they might teach these things. Then whatever they are teaching, you read them from the very beginning, and when you are reading, underline the important parts using one ink, then underline the most important parts using another ink. So in this way, or maybe marker also. So in this way, if you go on underlining or marking the important and more important parts in your book, then in the second time or third time, maybe fourth time, when you will be revising all these things, then you will not have to read each and every line, because you have already gone through them. You know which portions are important, which are less, and which are most. So accordingly you will be able to study, and that process will save your valuable time, and this time you will be able to utilize somewhere else. So in this way, at the end of the session, your book will automatically act like a note. Now this is not sufficient. You have to prepare another type of notes also, and this is considered as the major note, and this is to be done in a notebook. So from the very beginning you must follow a notebook, you must prepare a notebook rather, and prepare notebooks for each and every subject. Definitely you have to prepare for your major subjects, you may prepare them for your minor subjects also. Now if you have a notebook, whatever you are reading in your book and which portions appears to you the more or most important, write down them topic wise in your copy, and in this you may write all the important points which are obtained in your reference book also. So your notebook will be a combination of important parts of your textbook and reference book. So it will be a very good conglomerate. So this will produce a better result for you, because you are getting each and every important points which are possible from a particular chapter or particular topic in a single place. So you don't have to read this book, that book, this book every time when you will read a particular chapter. And remember one thing, when you are going through a particular topic in a particular chapter, read this in such a way that it is prepared well, so that you can give answers anytime from that portion. Now come to the next point, and this is point number 6 for today, and this is whatever chapters you are going through, read or consider all the questions which are possible from that portion. And in order to do this, you must have a book where all the questions which preferably written topic wise and chapter wise. There are so many such type of books available in the market, so please collect them from the very beginning. So immediately after completing a chapter, go through the questions which appeared in different previous years exams, so that you will have a clear idea about the pattern of the questions which appear from a particular part of your book. So if you complete the chapter first and then read all the questions and try to answer them properly, then you will boost your confidence in a higher level, because you know that you have completed that chapter and you have solved the questions also. So you will be in a comfortable positions, and later on that will produce maximum marks in the examinations which are ahead of you. And also I would like to suggest strongly to solve at least 8 previous years questions from each and every chapter. If you solve 8 years questions, then I hope each and every questions which will appear in your exam will be common also. And next, another important thing is practice writing. Yes, you have gone through your text, you have prepared notes, you have most probably memorized them. Now next portion is to judge yourself. How would you judge that you have prepared these things well or not? Yes, the main way to judge yourself is to writing them. Pick a question and start writing the answers after memorizing this particular thing. And if you stick somewhere when you are writing, then please open the book or copy from where you have gone through this and see this portion. And I am sure in future you will never stick in that portion. You may stick somewhere else, then similarly you will be able to read these things from your book and it will become clear to you again. So in this way, facing problems and solving them, you will proceed towards your goal. If you are at the beginning of a academic session, then you will have sufficient time to write each and every answers second time, maybe third time on separate copies. But if your exams are ahead of you, just let us consider you are standing 2 months before your exams, maybe 1 month before your exam, then at that time you will not be able to write down each and every question. So how to judge yourself at that moment? Yes, there are 2 alternatives also. Number 1, whatever you have memorized, try to teach all these things to your younger brother or sister, maybe your parents also. If you can make them understand thoroughly, then you will be able to know that you are well prepared in this particular portion. Now if this process is not applicable to you, then another alternative is there. What is it? Yes, it is saying yourself. Yes, whatever you have memorized or whatever you have read, try to recall from your memory and try to say yourself. And whenever you will get some time, whenever you will have leisure time, utilize them in this way. So in this way you will be able to recall from your memory, so you will be able to know how much you are prepared. Now another point you may consider in this case, you may stand in front of a mirror and you may start saying everything to yourself, seeing your face in the mirror. In this way also you will be able to judge yourself. The next point is consistency. In order to be successful in your life, you have to be consistent in your work. If you are a player, in order to be a great player, you must be consistent in your game. That is, in a week, if you read too much in 3 or 4 days and then do nothing in the next few days, then ultimately you will not be able to reach in a good position. So there are 7 days in a week, 30 days in a month. So utilize them properly. 1 or 2 odd days will be there where you will not be so productive, but forget about this, it happens to everybody. Majority of your days must be productive. That is, you must have to prepare a habit of studying thoroughly, habit of studying consistently, so that ultimately you will not have to be bothered about your covering of syllabus and preparation of each and every topic from your book. If you be consistent, automatically you will not be able to find out even. Automatically they will be prepared and you will be on a heap of confidence. Now point number 9. Yes, in this you must know that whatever you are reading, they are in your minds or maybe in your brain. So you have to do something so that everything which you have acquired remain in your brain. And what is the way to keep them inside? And yes, this is nothing but revision. Yes, whatever you are reading, whatever you have memorized, you have to revise them occasionally. If you read or memorize a particular topic today, then within next few days at least you have to find out a time where you will be able to revise them. So when you are preparing your timetable, keep this one in your mind that it should contain some time where you will revise all the lessons which you have covered recently. So if you go on revising, so you are going to read something, you are preparing them and you are revising them occasionally. So in this way your knowledge will be cumulative and it will remain in your mind throughout. So whatever you are acquiring, they will never go away from your brain. So it will be collected, it will be stored in your brain throughout. So don't forget to revise each and every topic, each and every chapter occasionally. Now the next point is stay healthy. You are like a machine. In order to perform continuously, it must be in a proper condition. So if your body fails, if you become sick occasionally, then you will not be able to read consistently, you will not be able to work hard consistently. So make good habits, prepare your timetable in such a way that you definitely give some time for yourself, like you have to have some time for your sleep, you must have some time for your relaxation, must have time for your exercise, so that you remain fit throughout the year. And also take sufficient water so that your brain and body remains fresh. Also please try to avoid too many junk foods because they may affect your health. Last point is do not panic. If you be fearful, then you will not be able to reach anywhere. Remember one thing, those who have become successful in their life, successful in their studies in previous years, they were like you. So if they can be successful in their lives, then you will also definitely be successful in your studies if you remain focused in your work, if you follow some rules, if you be consistent, and if you have targeted everything properly from the very beginning of your academic session. So whatever point I have discussed in this, I hope nothing was new to you. I know that these are not new, but these are very important points. Very often we forget all these things. So we know this thing, but we don't give sufficient importance to these things. That is why we in between or maybe in any stage we get relaxed and we don't follow them throughout and we don't get sufficient result. So to become successful, please follow whatever the points I have discussed in this, and I hope you will definitely be successful in your exams. You will be able to find out a definite way how to get yourselves ready, and I am sure that you will be able to produce maximum results in your exams. So I hope this video helped to you. So if it is so, please press the like button and share the video so that everyone can see this video. And one more request from my side, if you think that this video is helpful to you, then in order to get notification of my later videos, then please press the bell icon and subscribe my channel so that when I publish another video, any new video related to studies, you will immediately get the notification and you can access my video without paying anything. So I hope this discussion will help you a lot, and till then, bye bye.